What's up, everybody? Circus here, coming at you with a take two on the box 1 week later. I got Camille in here because he's excited about this box, aren't you? The arts of Atlantis. I swear,
Arts
these names.
of Atlantis. We waited 2 months for this box. So what did it do for the game, Circus?
I think it added a lot, right?
Absolutely nothing. It did absolutely nothing. This is one of the first boxes where I can comfortably say 0 cards will have meta relevance. You can, people in the comments, but Kamel, Gorgonic Guardian. Yeah, Gorgonic Guardian is nice, but I'm not going to give it credit just because this box is so bad. It's a good generic Xyz monster, but eh.
All right, so what do we get in it? We got Chronomalies, we got a little Gimmick puppet support. Anything else? Did we get like a...
The rest of the generic stuff is really all rock, rank 3s, and rocks and like rock spam, that type of stuff. And there's a Zexal weapon in there for whatever reason.
All right. Well, why don't we break it down a little bit? Let's get right into the the hot one, which was what do you want to do? Gimmick puppets first, or do you want to do Chronomalies?
We can do Chronomaly first.
Okay.
Why not? Chronomaly new archetype. The character tray launched just a day before this box came out. And something that was noticeably missing from this box that I think was what makes it so bad is one of the main Chronomaly Xyz monsters that is in Trey's deck. They didn't even have to pull it from outside of Duel Links. Is not in this box, which means you're going to have to wait until whenever they, decide to grace us with that card's presence in a future box down the road. But yeah, we do not have the rank 5 Machu Mech, which is very unfortunate, and it kind of funnels us into 2 avenues of play with Chronomaly, and I think that's something that really didn't need to happen with this box. There are several SR slots that are just, the cards are not very thematic. They kind of just threw them in there to, fill out the box, and that heavily contributes to this box not being great because Chronomaly is the main deck of this box, so it doesn't look great.
I mean, this is what we're kind of seeing, though. We saw it with Gimmick puppets, and we're seeing it with Chronomaly. Automats even a little bit, right, where they kind of drip feed the decks to you, right? They give you a little bit here, they give you a little bit here. My question is, now that we're getting to the end of this era, I don't expect everything to be wiped clean with a ban list, but I mean, a ban list is coming, a new world is coming, a new summoning mechanic. For something like Chronomaly, is it too late? Is it already dead, or is it going to be able to survive going into the new world? And
like a deck like this, I think it's definitely going to be dead for a long time until we get better Xyz monsters for this deck specifically, and better general Xyz monsters. Because at the moment, Chronomaly is a new deck that has very powerful skills. They have 2 pretty good skills you could use for the deck, and they're kind of relying on those skills to become playable. And I feel like that's what Konami wants you to do when a new character anime deck comes out. They want you to kind of overlook the fact that, you don't have this really good card that we could have given you, but you do have this shiny new consistency skill, man. Don't you want to get in there and try that out? So I feel like that is definitely what happened here, and Chronomalies are worse for it because, their skill does not really cure their weaknesses. The best one just gives you a 4K beater on the field turn 1, which is nice, but it's not going to win you on duels.
Well, I do remember seeing some like concentrating current cheese in a tournament. I mean, is that a good viable strategy, or is it exactly what it sounds like, kind of like a cheese play for a win kind of thing?
I would definitely say if it is extremely easy for you to make a high attack point boss monster like number 9 Destined Sphere or number 6 Chronomaly Atlantis, concentrating current is a win con. It is definitely a win condition. Your opponent is going to feel safe having even just an attack position monster on the field to prevent you from securing lethal with 1 attack. Concentrating current makes it so you win no matter what.
All right, so if you want to play Chronomalies, how many times are you going through this box? I'm guessing you have to do 3, right? I'm guessing there's a starter you have to have.
Do 3 because you need 3 Nebra disc, and depending on what skill you play, you will need 2 to 3 of each of the Chronomaly extra deck monsters. So this is one of the few decks where you're actually going to need a playset of each of their extra deck monsters.
So which ones are
just
those?
For different variations? Number 6, Atlantis.
Mhm.
You're also gonna need 3 Crystal Skull, the UR as
right
well.
next to it. Okay.
Yeah, and you're gonna need 3 Nebra Disc and 3 Chateau Hoyik.
This one. Okay. That I actually like the art on that one. That one's pretty neat.
Yeah, this one is pretty
I
nice.
like it. But so this is a 3 times through the box kind of thing.
Yes, no exceptions. You need to go 3 times through the box. You need to go 3 times through the event. You need to level up the character all the way.
So
No
what
exceptions.
you think there'd be a free to play version, twice through a
No
mini on
way.
this?
No way.
I mean, they're going to happen, right? I mean, people are still going to do them, but I mean,
People are going to do it, but the thing is, like, I do believe you need to play a certain amount of Chronomaly monsters for that good skill to activate.
mhm.
And these are the good Chronomaly monsters that you're going to be running in your deck. So
Right.
I think you're
Well,
definitely going to need these in the event cards.
Is there some at the bottom here we can substitute in? They always add those
There's
really
actually
bad.
there's a couple rares. And
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Oh, look, Psychic Tracker. Hey, buddy, what are you doing there?
Yeah.
Hey, there's
So
a good
that's
card.
Chronomalies. This initial wave of their support is nothing to write home about, definitely, and I think that makes the box really weak. So the next largest grouping of support that we have is for Gimmick Puppets, and it's 2 cards, which will show you how focused the box is. The next most focused wave of support is only 2 cards: Junk Puppet and Condolence Puppet. Junk Puppet, the better of these 2 cards. Just letting you special summon from the grave, something that the deck needed desperately in order to get out of. Having a lot of cards in play with Gimmick Puppets was nice, but sometimes they were in the wrong places for you to make use of them. Junk Puppet eliminates that, and Condolence Puppet helps you get back resources from drawing and sending stuff to the grave, helps you into the mid to late game. So these cards are nice and definitely help out the Gimmick Puppet archetype. They're arguably, if you count Chronomaly as a failure, Gimmick Puppet these 2 cards are probably the best 2 cards, 2 of the best cards out of the box, because they actually help the archetype, but they do not really fix all of their problems that they needed to be solved in order to, become a tiered deck or compete with the big dogs. Gimmick Puppets also suffer from weak Xyz monsters that are just too situational. Their effects are not immediate enough in disrupting your opponent. So the deck suffers overall from that, but the new box support will help you Xyz summon more frequently.
Now, something I think I heard you mention before is these cards are nice, but realistically, they could have been an event card or just in the Darkness Gimmick box, right?
Yeah, I really think these cards should have been in Darkness Gimmick, but of course, these going down the road, these are probably going to be core Gimmick Puppet cards, which is why they decided to split them up, no doubt. And the last box was already jam-packed, full of Gimmick Puppet cards. So it just comes down to, these cards were coming to the game. Where do they want to put them into? They didn't make it into the event or the level up, so here they are in the second box. And yeah, I don't know. Gimmick Puppets, it's good to get these cards because the deck needed them, but it's just not enough right now.
All right, so hear me out. So, Gimmick Puppets, Chronomalies, right now they're not great, okay? But they could be down the road. Now, we always encourage people not to buy for the future, but down the road, this could be one of the best boxes around, because if Gimmick Puppets and Chronomalies become good, I mean, there's
if they
cards.
both become good, yeah, then
this would be the best value box around, right?
Yeah, best value box around, except that you still have to go into Darkness Gimmick if Gimmick Puppets end up being good. But yeah, Banless around the corner. Are these decks going to be able to compete when that comes? Maybe Gimmick Puppets. They're looking like they're going to be in a really good situation, especially after a banless, hopefully knocking out some of the decks that have been very oppressive for a long time. So
we know that sometimes it only takes like 1 card to make a deck like super good,
Yep.
And that could happen with either of these decks. And like I was saying, this could be one of the best value boxes around just because of everything that's in it. But right now, would you say it's kind of a hard pass?
Yeah, I think it's just hard to really come to any conclusion on what you definitely want to get from this box in order to get the most value.
Well, is there anything else in the box? Because you said there was some rock support. Is there anything else like a generic
there's a couple
card?
rock cards that are there just to make Xyz summon easier. If you look at Gorgonic Guardian, it's the Xyz monster SR to the farthest to the right.
This one?
SR.
Oh, this one.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, okay.
This card is pretty good. You make it a monster's attack point 0, negate its effects.
Mm-hmm.
and then you can destroy it, or you can just attack into it. So pretty good, pretty nice. Rank 3 rock. So chronomalies can make it. Magnets can make it.
Oh, nice.
And
Yep.
there is a new like rock Xyz deck that plays a bunch of different rock cards that just chain summon, and that utilizes this as the main Xyz monster. So this is what people are calling the best card in this box. But definitely, unless you have unless you already have a deck that utilizes rock monsters, you do not want to go into this box. This box is a definite skip. I can say that without a doubt, because even though Gorgonic Guardian is good, if you don't have a rock deck and not using a rock deck, you're not using that card.
Right.
So this box is definitely the verdict. This is a skip. This is a skip because there are no generally useful cards in this box. Everything is very specific, archetype focused, or very specifically deck typed focused. There's nothing that you can get as a general player, not a fan of these decks, that you can call useful. So yeah, save those gemmers for
now.
Arc 5 World.
Right, for now. Because
for
like
now,
I
for
say,
the foreseeable future.
I think this is going to be a hard box to actually rate. I think this is going to be one, history will tell us how good it will be. Right?
I don't think it will be that good. They're going to have to nerf a lot of stuff for these decks to be good, and they're going to have to add a lot of stuff in a later box for them. Quattro has an event. He's getting some new event cards. They're going to be pretty good, but still, no Xyz monsters. That is what we need. A lot of these decks are lacking big, powerful boss monsters, and if we don't get them in a box and the support for the deck, guess what? That's a skip box because you didn't get what you needed. So this box, Art of Atlantis, skip it, folks. I hope you already did. Hope you didn't spend gems.
All right, guys. Let us know what you think of the box in the comments below. I'm going to say long-term investment here. And I'll say it's a quick flip. Stay out of it. It's not worth it. It's crashing.
Yeah,
not worth
crashing.
Buying. All right, guys. Let us know what you think in the comments below. We're going to get out of here, but you should get in the Discord because it's free. The tournaments are free, and the new player help is free. I'm Circus. That's Kamel.
Peace out, guys.
And we'll see you next time.